Hello students, so I am going to give the video lecture for unit number 5, that is inventory management. So this particular video lecture I am doing for the students who are away from my class due to various reasons. The unit 5, the subject is production and operation management. In that subject, unit number 5, we have inventory management, functions of inventory, relevant inventory cost, ABC VED analysis, EOQ model, inventory control system, various models, simple problems. So this is the syllabus. So let us go to the introduction of the term like inventory. So inventory is nothing but stock on hand for future need or future sales, like that. In fourth unit we studied the carrying inventory as a negative part for just-in-time manufacturing. Carrying inventory, it is treated as a negative part. So that just-in-time manufacturing, they will follow the automotive, then mobile industry, then laptop, computer manufacturing. They used to follow the JIT manufacturing. So their negative is treated as inventory is treated as a negative part. Some business carrying inventory, it will give the add value to the business. It will give the reputation to the business. A typical example you can see the Reliance showroom, it is available in each and every place. There the attractive feature is the inventory. They are carrying, they will keep a very big mall and many floors. They are arranging all their items and they are selling. That carrying huge inventory, it is attracting the customer. So that what happened, many people are coming and buying. So this is the way the carrying inventory business like Reliance, some jewelry shop, Joe Salcas, then class store or saree store like Chennai Silk. So these people, they are carrying more inventory and attracting the people. So that carrying inventory, that gives the reputation to the that business. Now I come to the various forms of raw material. Inventory. Inventory, it will be available in industry in various forms like raw material, some intermediate goods, sub-assemblies and end products. So it may be at any form. So before going to the topic, first of all we need to understand what is meant by inventory control. So otherwise, definition of inventory control. Inventory control is the technique of maintaining the size and inventory at some desired level, keeping in view best economic interest of an organization. So inventory control is maintaining the quantity. So for example, some industry, we are purchasing raw material, how much quantity we are purchasing and how much quantity we need to maintain as a stock. So these are all the discussion we are going to see. These are all the questions we are going to discuss throughout the syllabus. So let us see the objective of inventory control. So objective to meet the unforeseen future demand due to variation in forecast figures and actual figures. For example, if you are carrying inventory, whatever unexpected demand comes, so suddenly the demand is increased for the particular product, you can match up the extra demand, the items available with inventory. The average out demand fluctuation due to seasonal or cyclic variations. So to meet the customer requirement timely, effectively, efficiently, smoothly and satisfactorily. To smoothen the production process. So smoothen means, for example, your manufacturing industry is there. Suddenly the shop floor is failed. Shop floor work is failed due to some power breakdown or machine breakdown, some power cut, long power cut, some labor strike. So this kind of situation, you can't produce anything. So at the time the inventory you are carrying, that inventory you can utilize, you can sell. So you can manage for until solving this problem. To facilitate intermittent production of several products on the same facility, to gain economy of production or purchase in lots. So next, inventory management. How to manage the inventory? So inventory management is a process of tracking, controlling the inventory orders, its usage and storage along with the management of finished goods that are ready for sales. So various management techniques it is available. It starts with ABC analysis. I think you can see my cursor, ABC analysis. They are categorizing item into highly expensive, moderately expensive, least expensive. They are doing selective control technique they are following. Then just-in-time manufacturing, MRP, material requirement planning, then EOQ model, economic order quantity, then minimum safety stock, then VED analysis. VED means vital, essential, desirable analysis. and FSN analysis, fast moving, slow moving, and non moving item. So we need to categorize the item, or this is typically called the selective inventory control technique. So in our syllabus, they discussed a few things. One is EOQ model, then VED analysis, and ABC analysis. Let us go to the benefits or importance of the inventory control. So of course this is an important question in examination point of view. So first benefit is, or importance is, protects from the fluctuation in demands. So suddenly demand increases, you can match up the extra demand by using the quantity available in the inventory. Then helps in giving better service to the customer, aids in continuing production operation, reduces the risk of loss, minimizes the administrative workload, tries to protect fluctuation in output, makes effective use of working capital, checks the lost material due to pilferage, then facilitate cost accounting activity, then avoids duplication in ordering of stock. So these are all the various benefits. So next, in syllabus, this is important content. I think you can see the syllabus. Inventory management, it starts with functions of inventory to meet anticipated demand, to smooth the production requirement, to decouple the operations, to protect against the stock out. So this is the one of the biggest function for inventory control, to avoid the stock outs, take the advantage of order cycle, to help the hedge against the price increases. For example, suddenly raw material price increases. If you have some inventory, at least you can save some cost. To take advantage of quantity discounts, that also important. Quantity discount, if you are purchasing a little large volume, we will get the quantity discount if you are going for single. Then next I come to inventory cost. So inventory cost, it is available in 4 categories: purchase cost, ordering, or setup cost. Sometimes in problem they will ask setup cost, right? Ordering cost also called as a setup cost. Then carrying cost, sometimes the carrying cost is called as a holding cost. Then stock out cost means it is the cost incurred when customers are not buying, not being served, or sometimes it is called as a shortage cost. So here purchase cost means the cost incurred buying from outside sources. Cost may vary according to the quantity of purchased. So if you are going for large purchase, you will get a reduction. So let us go to small inventory cost drivers. High inventory carrying cost, that will influence the financing, inventory damage, inventory obsolescence, pre-unit freight cost on incoming parts, warehousing, electricity handling, and counting. So this is a source for high inventory cost. At the same time, if you are not having appropriate quantum of inventory, you will get a loss of sales, then high expedited freight cost on incoming raw material, then high warehouse overtime, then lost customer and lost business. Sometimes the continuously, if you are unable to fulfill the customer demand, so our company reputation it will spoil. So over the period of time, our company totally evacuated from the market. So next I come to the inventory carrying cost. So a reason for discussing this, the inventory cost is a very, very important question in the examination point of view. So what are the inventory cost? So what are all the cost comes under inventory carrying cost? One is deterioration, pilferage, cost of money, deterioration cost and pilferage cost. So if inventory is there, so this will come. Then cost of money, suppose you are storing very huge volume of material, so that money it will be blocked as a raw material. Then what happened, you need to pay that extra money you are not using, but that extra money we need to pay the interest for that, right? Interest for that, so that if you are not having inventory, you need not pay interest. Then again tax, if you want to purchase anything, now you have a GST, they are asking 13.5% tax, so huge percentage they are asking. If you are not buying, we can save the cost. And insurance, whatever in a material we are buying, so insurance cost 1 to 3% it is charged. So if you are not carrying inventory, so you need not bear this. And the warehouse expenses means it's a rental expense for carrying the item. Then physical handling, if you have inventory, we need to appoint some person to handle the materials. Then clerical work, whatever clerical work if you have inventory. Then obsolescence, so these are all the costs involved. So totally 8 costs are involved in the inventory carrying cost. Next I come to ordering cost. Ordering cost means it's the cost of order. So one is cost of placing order with a vendor of material. So what that cost includes preparing a purchase order, processing payment, receiving and inspection of materials. The ordering from the plant, like machine setup, startup generated from getting various production started. The ordering cost vary inversely with the carrying cost. So ordering cost and carrying cost both are in opposite manner. Whenever you try to reduce the ordering cost, carrying cost will be very high. Whenever carrying cost is, if you want to reduce the carrying cost, then ordering cost will be increased. So they both are in opposite manner. So I think you can see, just I made it handwritten. So in textbooks, this derivation they made it very complicated way. So I simplified it. So I am doing EOQ formula for derivation. So I am taking capital D is the annual demand, CO is the ordering cost. So O indicates order, C indicates cost, ordering cost. Similarly CC, carrying cost. Then Q, order quantity. Then by using these factors, these parameters, you can calculate number of orders. So number of order means what is the annual demand and how much quantity you purchased. So D by Q, demand divided by quantity of purchase, that gives the number of orders. Then how to calculate ordering cost. So ordering cost is, you have ordering cost per order into number of orders. So number of order you have DQ, ordering cost is C naught. So ordering cost is number of orders into ordering cost. So we made it like that. Then now we are calculating for average inventory cost. So average inventory cost, it is called Q by 2. Average means Q by 2. Then inventory carrying cost, Q by 2 into carrying cost, CC, right? So now we will put total cost. So total inventory cost, it will come ordering cost plus carrying cost. So ordering cost, we have equation C naught D by Q, carrying cost Q by 2 CC. So now we are doing differentiating with respect to Q. Differentiating with respect to Q. So here you look at that differentiating with respect to Q. Here this Q become 1 by 2 CC. Q become 1. Finally 1 by 2 CC. So the differentiation with respect to 1 by Q means minus 1 by Q square is the differentiation value. Minus 1 by Q square. So that D C naught, it will be available here. Then plus, then CC, CC by 2, because Q become 1, differentiation with respect to Q, it become 1. So 1 by 2 CC, CC by 2. So now you can dTC by dQ. So this is a constant, so this becomes 0. So now this is the relations we are getting now. So now here you have a minus, the negative part you bring it into this side. So therefore D C naught divided by Q square CC by 2. So this CC by 2 available this side. So now you Q square equal to 2D C naught divided by DC. So Q is 2D C naught by CC. So that is CC, C suffix C I missed. So please understand. 2D C naught by CC. So D is the annual demand, C naught is ordering cost, CC is the carrying cost. So this equation we need to remember it. If the examination, if they ask quantity EOQ, you can write it. So these equations like total cost, number of orders, everything we are going to use for solving the problem. So this economic order quantity we derived now. Previous slide we derived. So the here if you look at this quantity, this is a cost. This is a x-axis quantity, y-axis cost. So the ordering cost, look at the ordering cost, trend of ordering cost. Whenever the quantity increases, then ordering cost is coming down, keep on coming down. Okay, ordering cost is coming down. Similarly, if the quantity increases, the annual cost is keep on going up. So this is coming down, this is going up. So at one particular point, the ordering cost and carrying cost both will meet together. That particular point is called EOQ. That EOQ we derived here, 2D C naught by CC. So again carrying cost calculation. So here we discussed in different way, ordering cost, carrying cost. So same equation you can use it. So average inventory Q by 2, expected number of orders N equal to D by Q. Same thing, number of orders D by Q, same D by Q is there. Then expected time between the orders Q by D. So this Q means, Q star means that is economic order quantity. So total cost equal to carrying cost plus ordering cost. This is CC Q by 2 or here C naught D by Q. Same equation we are also having. So this is the equation for calculating total cost. So now based on this equation, and we need to see some problems, simple problems. So here just I will read out. Calculate the economic order quantity if annual demand for the product is 5000 unit. The ordering cost is rupees 30 per order and holding cost is 6 per unit per annual. So this is our problem. So given data is demand. So from this problem we can understand that demand is 5000 unit. Ordering cost is 30 rupees, carrying cost is 6 rupees, 6 rupees per unit per annum. So you can use the 2D C0 by CC, 2D C0 by CC. So 2 demand is capital D is 5000. So here you D is 5000, ordering cost is 30 rupees and carrying cost is 6 rupees. 2 into 5000 into 30 divided by 6. So then you will get the square root of 5000. Then after simplifying this, you will get the 22.4. So 22.5 units. So this is the economic order quantity. So this is a very simple problem. So next problem, along with EOQ, we are going to calculate the total cost also. So this also already we have seen in equation. So here we are going to by using this relation, we are going to calculate total inventory cost, and by using this relation, by using EOQ. So here I think here they are it is not in rupees, it is in dollar. So let us go through the problem. Nelson Hardware Stores stocks a 19.2 volt cordless drill that is a popular seller. So annual demand is 5000 unit, ordering cost is $15 and the inventory holding cost is $4 per unit per year. So this is the problem given. We need to estimate the economic order quantity. What is the economic order quantity? What is the total annual cost for the inventory item? So economic order quantity, EOQ 2D C0 by CC. So here equation they have given different. You can follow this or our my derivation also. So you substitute the value. Demand is 5000, ordering cost is 15, then carrying cost is 4. So if you are simplifying, you will get square root of 37,500. So you will get 193.65. So therefore 194 drills is the economic order quantity. So now we are going to use the economic order quantity into the ordering cost, and we are going to estimate the total cost. So total cost already we have seen the equation. So D by Q C0, Q by 2 CC. So Q by 2, so here H holding cost, right? H you have a holding cost, D by Q, yes. So first 194, so Q 194 Q you are substituting, then H $4 means inventory holding cost, H means holding cost, inventory holding cost, then D again 5000, Q is 194, S means ordering cost $15 we are substituting. Finally if you are simplifying, total inventory cost it will be coming around $774.6. So this is another simple problem. So let us see one more model. So this also same thing, we are going to estimate the annual ordering cost and annual holding cost. So here you look at the problem, item X is a standard item stocked in a company inventory of component parts. Each year the firm on random basis uses about 2000 item X which cost 25 each. So 25 each means they are giving unit cost. What happened, unit cost and inventory carrying cost they will confuse. So here they are giving the unit cost. Then storage cost which includes insurance and cost of capital amount is $5 per unit of average inventory. So here $5 is the inventory cost. So every time an order is placed, more item X, it costs 10. So here ordering cost, so here we need to take it, $10 is the ordering cost. So 5 is the carrying cost. So here for confusing you, they are giving unit cost. So unit cost you need not bother here. Otherwise sometimes inventory carrying cost it will be given in the percentage of unit cost, right? So okay, here there is no confusion, so you need to ignore the unit cost, so which is not available in the economic order quantity. So you put again same equation, you substitute it, you will get the EOQ as a 89%. So here demand is 2000, ST's ordering cost is $10, then carrying cost is $5. So simplifying it, you will get the 89 unit as a EOQ. Then what is the annual cost for ordering item X and annual cost for storing the item? That means they are asking annual ordering cost, annual holding cost. So annual ordering cost, holding cost, you have an equation. So this is the equation for ordering cost. Yeah, this is the equation for carrying cost. Same thing we are calculating. So d by q, yes. So 2000, here yes means that quantity means you need to follow the economic order quantity. So 2000 by 89 into 10. So 10 is the ordering cost. Then annual holding cost q by 2. So q economic order quantity 89 by 2. H is the holding cost. So ordering cost is $224.72. Carrying cost is $222.5. So let us go to another problem. An auto parts supplier sells. This is little complicated. So here the inventory carrying cost is given in terms of the unit cost. An auto parts supplier sells Hardy batteries to car dealers to auto machines. The annual demand approximately 1200 batteries. So annual demand means this is the D value. The supplier pay $28 for each battery. So this is the unit cost, right? That and estimates that annual holding cost is 30% of battery value. That means here inventory cost not directly given. So here we need to understand inventory cost is not directly given. 30% of battery value. So 30% battery value is 28%. 30% of value means 0.3 into 28. So this is the way you need to do. The cost approximately $20 to place an order. So $20 is the ordering cost. The supplier currently orders 100 batteries per month. So here this is a currently quantity they are purchasing 100 batteries per month. So here how to calculate it? Determine the ordering cost, holding, total inventory cost for the current order quantity. For 100 quantity, what is the ordering cost, carrying cost, total cost, both are calculating. Then we are going to estimate the economic order quantity. In place of 100, we are going to doing. So this is not economic order quantity, no. So we need to determine the economic order quantity and how many order we will place for using EOQ. So that we have an equation directly you can calculate. Then for EOQ, you can calculate, determine the ordering cost, holding cost, total inventory cost for EOQ. How has ordering cost changed? Holding cost, total inventory cost. So this is the study we need to carry. So this is the problem they given. So again problem and solution both are there. So here from the problem we are understand that approximately 1200 batteries, that is the demand per year. Then item cost is $28. Then holding cost is I into C, that means 30% of the battery cost, right? So 30% of 28, so 0.3 into 28. So that inventory holding cost it will come $8.4 per battery per year. So ordering cost is $20 directly given. So current order quantity is 100. So first they are not following economic order quantity 100. So for 100 we need to estimate ordering cost, carrying cost, total cost. Then we determine EOQ. For EOQ you determine ordering cost, carrying cost and total inventory cost. Then we need to compare. Okay, let us go to first subdivision A. Ordering cost D by QS, Q by 2H. So this is usual. Here you need to follow the current order quantity 100. So D equal to 100. So meaning ordering cost, carrying cost, everything is same. You are substituting. You will get a total inventory. Ordering cost, carrying cost, and total inventory cost we are getting $660. Now we are going for economic order quantity. Economic order quantity you have a 2D C0 by CC. 2D C0 by CC. 2 into 1200 and 20 is the ordering cost, and the carrying cost we estimated here $8.4. So substitute that you can get it 76 quantity as a economic order quantity. 76 is EOQ, but 100 battery is just a minute. $76 is the economic order quantity, but originally they are going for 100 batteries. So 100 batteries, total inventory cost is $660. Now we determine the EOQ. Then again they are asking how many order will place. So D by Q is the equation. D 1700, EOQ is 76. So 15.8 orders per year they used to do. Then new ordering cost, holding cost for this EOQ. Again you use the same equation, D by QS, Q by 2H. So here instead of 100 you use 76 because you have economic order quantity is 76. So for substituting all economic order quantity, if you are determining, you will get 634.99. So it is coming around 635. So 635, 660. What is the difference? You have $25 different. So you can save $25 per year, right? So here if you make analysis, so for here 100 quantities purchase, ordering cost is 240, carrying cost is 420. Right? If you go for economic order quantity, the ordering cost is increasing 240 to 315, whereas you look at the carrying cost, it is 420 to 319, it is getting decreased. So almost $100 decrement is there. So this is the way one can understand how the inventory cost is varying simply by changing the quantity of purchase. So next I go to selective inventory control technique. So this is one of the inventory management. Already I said ABC and VED asked in the syllabus. So ABC analysis means it's called as always better control analysis. So ABC inventory means this is a categorization method which consists of dividing item into three categories: A item, B item, C item. For example, you have a industry. You are purchasing raw material for 100 raw material. It is very difficult to control all 100. So we are going to identify some critical item. Otherwise, we are doing categorization. Raw material category A, category B, category C. So A means we need to pay more attention. B is moderate attention. C is less attention. This is the way you need to go. So here A it is called as a most valuable item. B is called as a least valuable items. So this method aims to draw the manager attention on the critical, that is a A item. Manager, they will give more attention to A, then not on trivial many at C. So not much attention being paid to C item. So this summary sheet, it is available. ABC analysis, it's a management technique that company can use to complete the chain of material distribution management. So categorization, highest value item and annual consumption. So highest annual consumption, it includes 20% of product having 70 to 80% of value to log pay. So these are all the critical items, right? So that more attention will be paid to category A. Then medium consumption means 30% of product having 5 to 10% of value. And C means includes 50% of the total inventory item having just 5 to 10% of the cost. So the advantages, disadvantages, it is already discussed. So gives the structured view of all inventory item, help to control items which require substantial working capital, right? Many things are there, improving the stock turnover ratio, and it is also having some limitation also. This method require extensive effort to put item into each category. So only consider financial value of items, ignoring other factors. So that is a very big drawback. Then company needs to have standardization for the material. It does not support for GAPP, process planning, right? So this particular slide I got from e-finance management. So this is more informative slide. So let us go to here category A, B, C. Already we said. So look at the middle one. The senior manager and the professional will be involved because here all are critical item. So that senior manager will take care of this particular quantity. And here middle level professional, they will take care of the category P because this is a moderate value, moderate importance. So this is very low importance, so some junior staff will take care. For example, if you want to go for if you want to solve the problem ABC, so I want to solve the problem. This is not a problem, just to understand how ABC analysis will work. So SKU is the item, name of the item, SKU. Price means cost of the item, that means unit cost of the item. This is the annual demand. Annual demand means how much quantity we are buying, right? So SKU, price, annual demand, this is the input data. By using these three, we are going to estimate remaining three, okay? So now how we are calculating means we are multiplying price and annual demand. So here this is a annual consumption value, not annual consumption quantity, okay? So just multiply 400 into 110 into 11025. So multiplying these two, price and annual demand, you will get 4411 332.92. So this is for this item. Then again each and every item, by using Excel sheet you can calculate it, right? This is multiplying these two, you will get 3.4 something like that, right, for all the items. So now once you calculated this, you can go for the cumulative value. So first you keep cumulative ones, same thing you add it, then this plus this, So for then here 44 lakhs 11,322, 34 lakhs 78,700. Adding these two, you will get this. Then you keep on adding. Cumulative means keep on adding. So finally you will get this value, cumulative revenue. So finally you put a total here. So this value divided by total cumulative value, it will take 14.22%. So like that you will get it 14.22%. So here 25, 36, 40, 46, 55. You look at that 75%, 70 percentage of value. It is occupying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. The 7 items occupying 70.75%. Right, remaining items, remaining 30% it will occupy. So this is remaining 30%. You have a B item and C item, right? So this is the way you need to carry out the ABC analysis. Always better control. So advantages, disadvantages. Disadvantages already we discussed. So again, I don't want read. So here important advantages. A item, careful attention can be paid each and every step to estimate the requirement, purchase, safety stock, everything. But C item, what happened? Recording and follow up may be dispensed due to dispensed or combined. So one of the bigger limitation is when other important factors. So like C item may be more. So annual consumption value may be different, but it may be a vital item means vital item. So if you are ignoring, then it will be a big problem. So that is reported into the disadvantages part of ABC. So next I come to VED analysis, vital, essential, desirable analysis. So vital, essential, desirable. V stands for vital, E stands for essential, D stands for desirable. So here you can, this picture you can see VED, vital, essential, desirable. So VED analysis, here what they are doing, just you look at the third paragraph. The spares are so important, non-availability renders equipments or number of equipment in process line completely inoperative or even causes extreme damage to the plant or equipment. So three categories are there. So let us go to VED analysis as how it is categorized. So that we will see through this slide. V category of item, vital for production, right? Vital for production. So here non-availability will cause serious problems. Suppose item comes under V category, non-availability will cause serious problem or it will cause a huge stock out. Then large lead time for procurement and non-standard item purchased against the purchase design. So these are all the comes under V category. E category means is essential item. This is high cost of stock out. So D category item means desirable item. So nominal cost of stock out and not affecting the business in big way. So that's desirable always give a less important. So factor for deciding VED category is stock out cost, lead time for procurement, nature of item, whether it is a standard supplier designed or buyer designed. Then source of supply, local, outstation, imported, controlled, right? So this is the based on this the vital item VED categorization they will do. Sometimes people they will go for combined ABC and VED analysis, normally used for controlling the inventory spare parts, spares and parts. They will go. So here criteria for selection is criticality of the item, right? Criticality of the item. So if you look at the graph here, you have a number of items, average working hours. So vital items it will be very few. You look at that number of item around 6,000. So among the 6,000, around 750 are the vital. 750 members are vital. So that holds the average working hour of 4 hours. Then you look at that this is essential. Then this is desirable, D category of items. So advantages, it provides mechanism for identify item that will have significant impact on overall inventory cost. Then another advantage, it helps in economizing one effort to achieve greater result. Then it helps to segregating those items which ought to given priority to maximum result. Then proper usage of valuable time of storage personnel. So otherwise they need not spend much attention to the low value items. So simple, no confusing formula are involved in VED. So that is a ABC we have a formula, annual consumption value, but here there is no formula. Now I come to the last topic in the this fifth unit is inventory control system. We have a two category. Previous one is selective inventory control technique. So this inventory control system, you have Q system and P system. Q system means quantity system, P system means period system. You can understand like that. So continuous review system means constant amount order when inventory declines to predetermined level. Whenever inventory comes to reorder level, we are purchasing a Q. So this Q may be EOQ, economic order quantity. So another one periodic review system means, so here order is placed for variable amount of fixed passage. So here quantity is not fixed. So quantity is not fixed, but they will follow only the period. For example, lead time is 1 week means without bothering the inventory on hand, or then what to do, simply they will come and fill up the order. So here decision is how much to order and or when to order. These two are the question here. So let us go to Q system, how it works. Based on the reorder point, when the inventory is deflected to ROP means reorder point, order replenishment of quantity, EOQ. So this typical graph, it is clearly explained the order quantity and time, order quantity and time. So this is order received, then time increases, slowly the items are consumption is going on. So now this is the reorder level. Once the reorder level is reached, one new order will be placed. So until getting the order, then what happened? Quantity it is going up. Once the order is placed, order is received, then again quantity will come. So they will purchase the Q, item Q. This Q will be constant. They will put a Q, then again consumption is going on. So like that it is going. If you look at that here, the quantity is constant. That means they will purchase only economic order quantity. If you look at the time, so here L1 it will be somewhat less, L2 is little more, L3 is like that, the time is different, but quantity is constant. If you look at the P system, P indicates the period. So they will go for constant period, fixed interval reorder system or periodic order system. New order is always placed at the end of each review period, and the time between the order is fixed, that is P. So lead time it may be 1 week, 2 weeks like that. They won't bother, but they will simply that period. So suddenly before the period, if any stock out, if the quantity goes for out of stock, we can't do anything. That is the limitation of the system. Here fixed system, time order quantity is there. So first they will order quantity Q1. Then again after the time of P, one more quantity. So finally what happened here, they will maintain the quantity as constant, but ordering quantity it will be different. For example, first time they are ordering this much, second time little less, third time very huge, right? And so different quantities, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, like that different quantities we are purchasing. But if you look at the lead time, all are constant. So P, all the P's are constant. Then difference between the P system and Q system. So Q system reorder a fixed quantity. Here reorder after a fixed time period. Whenever quantity falls to below reorder point, continuous review system. Here periodic reviews inventory periodically. Time between the order varies. So here order quantity varies. So time is variable here. Here quantity is variable here. And another difference is parameter Q model, P model. Order volume is constant, here order volume is variable. That is, the quantity is constant, quantity is variable. When we reach reorder point, we are going to order. Here we are ordering fixed time. So each time product is drawn from, replenished from inventory, but only during stock review at the end of T. So less than P model, here inventory size less than P model, larger than Q model. So effort required more P model due to constant monitoring, but less than Q model. So here high value and critical products you can follow Q model. Low volume, routine and non-critical products you can go for P model. So this is the question paper R15. So I want to review. I think the questions I am handling unit number 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3 handled by some other professor. So just review the question. What is meant by productivity? So rate of production is called productivity. Then characteristics of good product design. So that will meet the requirement. Then Delphi technique, it's a qualitative method to estimate the demand forecast. How do you find the accuracy of forecasting? You can go for demand error, mean absolute deviation, MAPE, tracking signal. You can use anything. Then characteristics of product layout. So that product layout, process layout, we have different layouts are there now. You're asking product layout. What are the examples of process layout, process based layout, right? And lean manufacturing, this is I already discussed. Lean means getting maximum productivity by minimizing the waste. Write the purpose of line of balance to track the progress of the production activity. What is reorder level means? Reorder level means it's like a safety stock level. So whenever the quantity is reached safety stock level, then again reorder will be given. Then what is the significance of EOQ, economic order quantity? That EOQ carries lower ordering cost, lower carrying cost. So big question, just I am going to see unit 4 and 5. So first question, it is very easy, JIT concept and applicability to Indian industries. So here the time is very important. So if your transport time, other thing, it's a big challenge in Indian context. Then what is ERP? Its mechanism and its importance. So this is I detailedly discussed in the class. So this problem unit number 5. So here you look at the demand is there. Cost of unit 100. Ordering cost is given. So inventory carrying cost is 20% of average inventory investment. So 20% of 100. Right? Simply you can go then determine the annual variable cost of managing inventory. Variable cost means ordering cost, carrying cost. Then how much saving can be obtained from the EOQ purchase. So here normally they will go for 800. So if you go for EOQ, what is the quantity? So this another model. It's based on the quantity discount. I mean with the shortage, by considering shortage. So another question paper, it is available. So like lean management, Kanban system, MRP, scheduling, and then cost associated. Just now we seen order carrying, ordering cost, carrying cost, stock out cost. So here unit number 4, lean manufacturing philosophy and create lean enterprise. So I explained with the need diagram. So you can explain comfortably. Then deeming 14 principles on TQM. What is meant by the importance of TQM and deeming 14 principle. This I explained in the class. Then here manufacturing supply. So this is very simple problem, right? It's like a second model. So annual quantity is there. Then holding cost is there. Setup cost means ordering cost. You can determine optimum run size, optimum scheduling period. I mean time period. Minimum total variable cost per year. So total cost. So with this I am concluding. So I hope this video lecture it will be very useful to you. Thanks for watching.